All right, we got junior defensive end Blaine Spires, first year with Utah State, transferred here from Bowling Green. Blaine had his first career start for USU in the last game against San Jose. You guys can ask Blaine questions.
Hey, Blaine, Al Lewis, KBNU Radio and Logan. I'm always the guy who asked the new guy in town, how you got to Utah State. Can you tell us your story of going transfer from Bowling Green to Utah State and how that worked out and what you think about how it's worked out here so far for you?
Okay, yeah. In January, I decided to enter the portal based on my role in the defense at Bowling Green. I felt like I was just playing out of position. So I kind of just had to make a move for myself, took a risk. I left my starting spot there to try to get somewhere where I could be more productive. And in January, Coach BJ Evans, he followed me on Twitter. That's usually how I go with recruiting. And then it wasn't until May, though. I committed to a FCS school, Eastern Kentucky. And then that's when I got a call, and then I got the opportunity to play at this level. I built a relationship with Coach Zoo, my defensive end coach, and Coach Cawthon, our defensive coordinator. He made things pretty clear to me about how I needed to, go about my last 2 years of eligibility. And he was straightforward. And I will say, we talked about blind trust coming in, and I gave him my word that I would work as hard as possible to be able to produce for this defense. And then, he hasn't let me down since. So I do feel like it was the best move for me, especially being that I'm back on the line of scrimmage. My last goal was playing Sam, so I was off the ball. Didn't really like it there. So I do believe that this was a good move for me. Yeah.
So then playing Sam linebacker before or whatever you played, is there some of that technique that helps you as a pass rusher or playing the edge on on the defensive line?
As far as playing the edge, yes. And understanding what the offense is trying to do, that was the biggest thing that Sam helped me with. It kind of extended my football IQ as far as like with the offense concepts or, even coverages in the defense, what I'm supposed to do. I know if they call a coverage and I'm at my end spot, say cover three, I know automatically that's curl flat. Or certain things where it's receiver, a number two receiver checked out in the boundary. I know I got the hood coverage. That's kind of the good that came from Sam. It kind of opened up like my view of how the game is played, the X's and O's of things.
Blaine, this is Eric Franson with 106.9 The Fan. I just, for me, how was the bye week for you, and what were some things that you were able to work on to get you ready for the final stretch here for USU football?
The bye week, like Cole said, came at like not a better time. This the last 4 weeks of the season, not too much contact. So over the bye week, I took it serious on resting my body. Even on our days off, I stayed home, I relaxed because your body is everything. You have to treat your body right. And it was getting to that point where every day in practice, I'm feeling it. During the game, I'm feeling a little bit. You got to play through it, but it's nothing like a fresh body. I'm able to move faster. I feel a lot better. I was able to work on some techniques, was able to get my feet back together. Just had time to do that, had time to get away from the game, get my mind clear, and, just get re-energized and refocused for this last stretch.
I was going to ask you again, Al Lewis, the stat sheet, you kind of fill it up. You've done some things with recovering fumbles, knocking things away, making plays. What is the knack of you being around the football so much from your position, do you think, Blaine?
Just playing hard. Coming in, like I said, Coach C, he's on his hard. Like, that's the standard. You got to get to the ball. A lot of that comes from just running from the ball, the fumble recoveries. You may not make the play in the backfield. Okay, that's cool. Just run, get to the ball. And then, fortunately enough, I've been able, to recover some big-time fumbles just based off hustle, just based off really, going hard and just giving your all for that play.
Do you feel like your game are you more of do you use your speed and quickness a little bit more at your spot, or do you feel like you've built yourself physically to be more into that?
Honestly, it's more of a balance now. First, it was really off of speed. That was kind of my thing, but I was a little lighter weight. That was a couple years ago. I was 225. Now that I'm 245, I'm able to balance that out and play off of my speed. I still like to keep my first thing speed, and now counteract with my power and physicality. In the run, it's about being physical though. But as far as say pass rush plans and stuff like that, it gets opened up off of the speed. So I would say I'm speed first, then I got a good mix in with power.
Andrew Hyde, KSL.com. Blaine, you're coming off of a bye week. You've got a big game coming up against San Diego State, a team that's struggled a little bit all year. How important is this game for you guys to come out with that win, specifically this Saturday? How important is it to get that win?
Very important because honestly, it's about the team. We know what we are capable of. We know the good football we played at times, and we still haven't played our best game yet. So that's how important it is for the identity of who we are and how we're going to react to, our struggles in the beginning of the season. Being that San Diego State has struggled, we know we not to take no one lightly. Come in with the same attitude for every opponent. But as far as the importance of this game, I feel like it's everything. It's everything for us. It's going to tell us who we are. We're going to see who we playing with, how the team is. Like, this is big for us. Definitely big.
Did you take did you start to look at San Diego State earlier because of the bye week? You practiced last night. So is this do you know anything about them as far as their offense and what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. San Diego, it's going to be a physical game. They like to use their tight ends. They like to run a little bit of stretch. They like to run a little inside zone. Quarterback is big. As far as in the pass game, they kind of protect the quarterback with, like, say his drop backs. He got a shorter drop back. They kind of like to make sure, that's set in stone as far as, like, coming to the line because they kind of have struggles too at times. It's a good team, though. They're definitely a good offense still. They're capable of doing things. Like I said, we can't take them lightly. But just off of, the first glance watching film, we still going to have a battle on our hands. Running back's pretty good. They got a big running back. He pretty heavy. Yeah, but it's not too much of a hard game plan, though. Like I said, they like to run a lot of stretch inside zone, and they like to keep it physical. So we have to win first and second down for sure.